Batting second, representing
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Moeller Field in Fremont, Nebraska, where the Grand Island Fightin' Cranes are set to take on your Fremont Moo. I'm Prescott Deckinger, joined alongside Baylor Dajan, and we're glad to have you with us. Fremont enters today's game coming off a Tuesday night 5-4 victory over Hastings. It was a tightly played game that was close after the first inning and remained that way through the middle frames before Fremont broke through in the sixth with 3 runs. On the mound, Cody Bress gave Fremont 6 strong innings, striking out 5, and the bullpen combination of Keegan Hansen and Burke Yasa closed things off to secure the 1-run victory. That win moved Fremont to 8-12 on the season, and today they'll try to keep that momentum rolling. First pitch in just a few moments, in Baylor, this Fremont offense can battle with the best. 3 of their past 6 games, they've scored 10 or more runs, and they're one of only 2 teams with more than 5 double-digit run games this season. They have 6. The other team is Grand Island. They have 9. Do you expect a lot of runs coming this night?
Honestly, no. That is because, first off, Jared Hardy is starting on the bump for Grand Island, who so far against this Fremont squad has pitched in 3 games, 17 innings pitched, 0 earned runs given up. Been unstoppable with 14 Ks just in 2 games.
And Throckmorton, the man on the mound for Fremont, is not bad himself. The last time he faced off against Grand Island, it was all the way back in May. 5 innings pitched, 3 hits, 2 runs. Neither of them were earned. 3 walks and 7 strikeouts. So a pretty good outing for him the first time he saw this team. He'll face off against Tyson Staheli here at Moeller Field. Here we go. This is the 7th time these two teams have faced off, and the first pitch is high and inside for ball number 1. Taking a look at Fremont's defense, you got Throckmorton on the mound, Leahy behind the dish. Here comes pitch number 2. That one misses outside. T. Smith behind the plate tonight. Burke Yassa on first, Matthew Marceau on second, Eamon O'Gorman on third, Ripken Fleck at the 6th spot, Braden Mitchell in left, Giovanni Malatesta in center, and Tyler Schroeder in right field. And the first 3 pitches from Throckmorton are out of the zone, 3-0.
Yeah, not the same start as Throckmorton had in the first time he played Grand Island. Only 3 walks given up in that game and 7 strikeouts, as you mentioned, through 5 innings. Not too many walks given up by him so far this year.
He'll try to put one in the zone, does so there. It's called strike 1 on the inside corner. 3 balls, 1 strike, and a new game for both of these squads. Grand Island, their past 7 games, they're 2-5, and after their scintillating start at 12-2, it looks like they've cooled off a little bit, Baylor.
Yeah, now they dropped, not in the top of the league anymore in second, dropping behind Sedalia. Both teams sit winning about 2/3 of their games, but Sedalia on top.
Those are the teams that Fremont and the rest of the teams are trying to chase in this Diamond Baseball League. Here's a ball up the middle. Marceau turns on it. His throw is in time, and a nice play from Matthew Marceau, who has been an injection of life for this Fremont infield.
Yeah, Coach Jonathan Thornhill has been very impressed with Matthew Marceau. A lot of good plays on the field, and has been a great bat so far this season for Fremont as well. Get used to hearing his name throughout the rest of the season.
1 away, as after 3 straight balls, Throckmorton will fight back and have an easy ground out. Now Anderson Sherm is up to the plate. Swings and misses. No balls, 1 strike. Sherman, his last time up at the plate, he was 0 for 5 in his last game against Salina. That pitch down low for a ball. Grand Island lost yesterday night to the Sliders 6-4. They're looking to get back in the win column. This one is put right back up the middle. Marceau is there again. Same hit, same result, and Marceau takes care of it.
Yeah, great work there by Matthew Marceau. I said you'll get used to hearing his name, and there he is again. Anderson Sherm so far this season is a batter that puts about just every single ball in play. Only 3 walks and 1 strikeout with 69 ABs, so the best result throughout what he's had for Fremont in that AB.
2 batters, 2 outs. Broxton Barrientos now in the right-handed batter's box. He'll foul off the first pitch he sees into the parking lot.
This is another great batter for Grand Island coming into the day, hitting .375, 21 hits and 56 at-bats. Grand Island team just has a lot of sluggers.
Was 1 of 4 yesterday against Salina with a walk. He's already got a strike in the count. That one is not called for strike 1. It's a good location on the inside. It's now 1-1. Throckmorton looking to go 1, 2, 3. Swing and a miss from Barrientos. Now it's 1-2. Got to expect to see an off speed here from Throckmorton. Looking for his first strikeout of this outing. That one misses outside. 2-2, even is the count. Barrientos is from Grand Island, Nebraska, currently attending Cloud County Community College. He's going to try to choke up on the bat and try to put one in play. The 2-2 catches the outside corner. Throckmorton does go 1, 2, 3, and a nice start for the man from Albia, Iowa.
Yeah, that one was a little bit outside for Barrientos' eye. He shakes his head after being rung up there, but way to find that zone for Throckmorton, who starts it off hot. 3 batters faced and 3 outs.
And we had some technical difficulties earlier in the day trying to figure out how to work our automated ads. So for now, you'll just have to hear us say our ad reads. So first, we'd like to thank Methodist Fremont Health. When it comes to caring for the Fremont community, Methodist Fremont Health is here 24/7 with trusted doctors, nurses, and healthcare services for patients and families across Dodge County. Compassionate care, close to home, Methodist Fremont Health. Next, we'd like to thank Subway, home of the legendary footlong, stacked with all your favorite toppings and made fresh right in front of you. Next time hunger steps up to the plate, head to Subway, located at 549 East 23rd Street, and knock it out of the park. Subway, eat fresh. Lastly, we'd like to thank Raising Cane's. Tonight's game is brought to you by Raising Cane's, serving hot chicken fingers, fresh Texas toast, and quality meals made fresh every day. Stop by their Fremont location on East 23rd Street and grab a meal after the game. We would also like to take this chance to thank CHAD, which stands for the Combined Health Agencies Drive. They are a statewide nonprofit organization that raises funds for Nebraska's leading health agencies since 1972. And leading off will be Ripken Fleck, who is representing the United Cerebral Palsy of Nebraska. And we'll mention a lot of these batters and also whoever comes on the mound, what agencies they are associated with. An important night on a cloudy, muggy 70-degree Thursday here in Fremont, Nebraska. It'll be Fleck against Hardy, the Fightin Cranes ace, who has pitched in more than 32 innings this season. He's the man on the mound when you want a good night. In all 4 of his starts, he's gone 6 or more innings, so expect a long night from Hardy. Fleck will try to make it difficult. Here's the first pitch. That one misses outside and low. 1-0 to start the bottom half of the first frame. Hardy delivers a pitch too far inside. Fleck is able to sneak away from it. It's a hitter's count for Fremont's one-hole batter. We'll take a look at Fremont's offense. Giovanni Malatesta is the 2-hole. Easton Leahy at the 3 spot. Burke Yassa cleaning up. In the 5-hole is Tyler Schroeder as another ball out and away for ball number 3. So identical starts from both of these starting pitchers. In the 6-hole is 17 Matthew Marceau. In the 7th spot, Eamon O'Gorman. Braden Mitchell in the 8th spot again. And rounding things off is Tucker Horner. That one will catch the outside edge. 3 balls, 1 strike. Fleck will look to swing.
That was a good pitch placed on the outside edge of the zone there by Hardy. Good control we saw in the first few times he played against Fremont. We'll see if that continues today.
The 3-1 is made into a 3-2. That one catches the top half of the zone. A full count for Fremont's one-hole man. Fleck is from Omaha, Nebraska. He's currently in the portal. Went to a showcase yesterday. We hope it went well for him. He's trying to find a home. That pitch misses outside. Anderson Sherm was ready to throw down the 3rd. He thought that was strike 3. It's a leadoff base runner instead for the home side.
Yeah, that's only the 5th walk that Jared Hardy has given up to Fremont so far this season. And it's in the first at-bat today. Fremont would love to do some damage here on Hardy. Seen him plenty of times. We'll see if they figured him out yet.
Yeah, this is the 4th time that they've seen him. They've seen him in 2 starts and 1 relief performance. This ball is fouled down the third base line. 0-1 for Malatesta. And rarely do we see him lose any sort of composure, but he was thrown out yesterday by the home plate umpire after arguing balls and strikes. But he's back inserted into the lineup. This pickoff is thrown away from the first baseman, Aiden Marshall. Fleck thought about turning 2. He'll pump on the brakes as Marshall tried to throw it over to Sam Dinkelman. And a pickoff move goes awry. Fleck now in scoring position.
I honestly thought Ripken Fleck could have got to third. He's a very speedy guy. As you see him out in the field at short, making a ton of plays with his legs out there. But Thornhill plays more conservative, and that's a good start here with only 1 base runner on.
Malatesta will take a ball low in the zone. Evens at 1-1. Malatesta playing in center field tonight. He's from Strasburg, Pennsylvania, currently attending Texas A&M International University. That one inside, he got jammed, and he's just able to foul it off. He's got 2 strikes in the count now.
Yeah, and Malatesta tonight is supporting the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention and Men's Mental Health Month. It's a big concern in today's society, so glad we're seeing support here. And big thank you to Chad, who's sponsoring the night. Though some things are just bigger than baseball.
Malatesta will foul off the 1-2. He's a hard batter to strike out. Second on the team in hits. He's got 11 RBIs. Was going at a pretty torrid pace at the start of the season. Over a 500 batting average. He's got a .554 on-base percentage. It's a potent 1-2 punch to begin this offense here for Fremont. This one is poked slow in the grass. The shortstop McLeod couldn't get there in time. It's going to be an infield single as Malatesta legs it out. Runners are on the edges for Fremont in the bottom of the first.
Now batting.
Now that will bring up Easton Leahy. Leahy representing United Cerebral Palsy of Nebraska as well. Quite a few players on this Fremont side have decided to represent them. He's got a good situation here with the 2 speediest base runners on this team on the base path. The first pitch he sees is in the zone for strike number 1.
Yeah, and Leahy did not appear in the last game after he was hitting the ribs in in the same spot 2 different times in the series against Hastings, but he's back today, feeling good, and we'll see how that goes.
He's got a strike in the count already. This one is blasted into left field. Did he get enough on it, and is it fair? No, just foul. It falls right at that 290 side in left field foul territory. Man, I thought that one got out of here, though.
Yeah, that ball was blasted, and as you see, it's the Moeller Monster out in left field, 290 out there, so you don't have to hit it that far, just got to get under it. And Leahy did that there, just pulled it a little bit foul.
He's used to batting in the 4-hole. That tonight has been designated to Burke Yassa, who has really come alive for Fremont's offense. Runners still on the corners. That pitch misses outside. A nice location is called for ball 1 by home plate umpire T. Smith, and Leahy will stay alive. Fremont trying to capitalize on this early inning base runners. Malatesta will head over to second. The ball gets away from Sherm. Ripken Fleck will race home. The throw is not in time, and Fremont has their first run to home plate courtesy of a wild pitch.
And through 17 innings and 3 appearances from Jared Hardy, that is the first run that he has allowed for this Fremont squad. And so far this season, he's been just about everything for this Grand Island bullpen, pitching in 32.1 innings heading into the day. I think he might be a little bit gassed.
2-2 for Leahy. This one is put to the left side of the infield. Wyatt McLeod will round on it, and that's going to be in air for this Grand Island side. They had 3 yesterday against Salina that allowed some innings to extend and allowed some runners to come home. And another air here. 2 aboard and still nobody out for Hardy.
Yeah, Wyatt McLeod just couldn't field that ball cleanly. It was hit right in between him and Sam Dinkelman at third. Leahy gets on via an error and still yet to collect an out here for Grand Island.
Malatesta on second, Leahy on first. Yassa at the plate. He'll take strike 1 on the outside edge. Yassa hails from Thornton, Colorado. Currently attending Southeast Community College, was 2 of 4 yesterday night with an RBI single and a double. That breaking ball will miss on the outside corner. 1-1 for Fremont's cleanup batter.
Yeah, back-to-back sliders breaking in on the left-handed batter, Burke Yassa. Just first one catches the zone, the second one does not.
Yassa takes a pitch on the inside half. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 runner in scoring position. A good chance for Fremont to win this first inning. They already got 1 on the board. There's a fastball on the inside. This one is hit sharply out to left field. Making the catch is Dylan Etherton, as the base runners will have to head back to their respective spots. That one was nicely hit, but Etherton was able to run it down.
Just hit a little bit away from Dylan Etherton, but out on the warning track he goes and gets it. Yasa goes opposite side this at bat. Not usually likes to pull it more to the right side of the outfield. Goes left there, and that's an out.
First out that Hardy has collected. Yasa will fly out into left field. Now Schroeder is at the plate. The first pitch he sees, he'll foul softly down the third base line. 0-1 with one away. Leahy on first after the error by Wyatt McLeod. Malatesta on second after he was moved over from hitting an infield single. A chance for Schroeder to try and double the Moo's lead. That one catches the upper half of the plate. 0-2 now for Schroeder. Schroeder is batting .255 on the year, .386 on base percentage. He's got 12 hits, looking for number 13. He did not go all the way around. He was able to hold back. And a good decision as that was called for ball number 1.
Just a little bit out of reach. Good decision there by Tyler Schroeder. He's been a staple here in recent games. Went 1 for 3 in the last appearance.
Swings at this one. It's fouled back again. Just a little bit behind it. The count will remain the same. And I think the important thing for Fremont is can they win the first 3 innings? In the first 2 games of the previous series, they fell into early deficits. In the final game, they got out to an early 8-1 lead that they carried the rest of the way. So the first 3 innings will be really important, and so far, they're in front early. This one is popped into left field again. This time Etherton is going to have to come in on it. He makes the catch for out number 2. And Hardy now has 2 outs.
Yeah, just a little bit too far under that one was Tyler Schroeder, but the first 3 innings are of extreme importance. In that second game against Grand Island, Jared Hardy threw 8 innings, complete shutout in there. Only in the end did Fremont make some offense happen on the reliever.
At the plate is Matthew Marceau. He takes ball 1 low. Marceau has had 15 plate appearances this year, 10 at-bats, batting .300. He's already got 3 RBIs in this young season, won about every game, and he now has a hitter's count at 2-0. Hardy looking for his 3rd out after having some early struggles, walked his first base runner. Didn't get some help from his infield. That one is in there for strike number 1. 2-1 for Marceau.
Another great slider by Hardy. Puts it in, and then it breaks away. Just catches that outside corner for the right-handed batter, Matthew Marceau.
He's searching for his 4th RBI. This one is rocketed foul down the third base line. 2 balls, 2 strikes as Hardy fights back.
A little bit ahead of that pitch. I think it was an off speed that Marceau might have been expecting fastball, instead takes one down the line.
Malatesta still on second, Leahy on first. That pitch made him try to duck out of the way. A breaking ball that stays up. Full count. Runners are going to go on the pitch with 2 outs. Hardy has a payoff pitch, trying not to load the bases. Here's his delivery home. The runners go. And it's going to be a walk issued to Matthew Marceau. A nice at-bat as he has a good eye. And that'll bring up Eamon O'Gorman with the bases juiced.
Yeah, and Eamon O'Gorman now stepping up to the plate. After a solid last outing, went 2 for 4. His first multi-hit game of the season. Had 2 and a walk in that one. And 9 RBIs. We'll see if he can add a few more with the bases juiced.
Malatesta on third, Leahy on second, and now Marceau over on first. First pitch from Hardy is inside the zone. O'Gorman has an 0-1 count to work with in the left-handed batter's box. Had a decent night yesterday. Or on Tuesday, I should say. That next pitch misses outside. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Attacking the outside edge here for the lefty. Eamon O'Gorman is Hardy in this at-bat.
O'Gorman will leave that one high. He's Still 1 strike in the count. A base knock would bring home 2 base runners. That would be an ideal start for this Fremont side. That one too far inside as O'Gorman lets it run past him. Now he's got a hitter's count and a pitch to work with if he can't put this one in play. Malatesta on third, Leahy on second, Marceau on first. That one misses outside, and Jared Hardy is going to walk home a base runner after giving up his first one on a wild pitch, and that's going to make a mound visit here from head coach Kevin Grant.
Yeah, and this is not the start you want at all for Grand Island. They're pretty short on arms and just an overall team, only 17 players on the entire roster. So with Jared Hardy, who, as you mentioned earlier in this game, has gone at least 6 innings in every start so far this season, they need him to go long in this one, and if he doesn't, I think they're going to be in trouble.
Nobody in the bullpen so far, so Grant will plan to keep him out there for a while longer. The opposite start of what Hardy has done all season. He's already has 3 walks, and his only 2 outs have been flyouts into left field that have been pretty well hit. He'll have Braden Mitchell up next. The mound visit will conclude. Maybe that'll tighten the screws for Hardy. Mitchell playing in left field tonight. He's from Erie, North Dakota. Currently attending Southwestern Community College. In his last game, he was 0 for 4. He'll be hungry for a hit. With the bases loaded, everybody moves over. O'Gorman on first, Marceau on second, and Leahy over on third. And the first pitch is out of the zone for ball number 1.
Jared Hardy has walked 3 batters already in this one. Only 4 in all 3 appearances against Fremont heading into this game. So, as you mentioned, just not the same start we're used to from Jared Hardy.
A strike right down the middle. Hardy trying to find his stuff. That has been so hard to hit this year. He's got a 1-1 for Fremont's 8-hole batter. This is a slow ground ball to the left side of the infield. Sam Dinkelman gets it. He extends, and the infield umpire says safe. Here's the throw home, and T. Smith says out. Fremont is going to put one to the plate. And on second base with Matthew Marceau, he was trying to head home. The throw from Dinkelman was way off the base path. Marshall had to spread out like an eagle. He couldn't keep his foot on the bag, and his throw home was in time, though. Marceau's going to be tagged out, but not before. Easton Leahy comes home. They have a 3-0 lead. We'll head to the top of the second.
Yeah, I mean, 3 runs already given up here for Jared Hardy, and I said heading into this one that I expected it to be low scoring, especially because of his presence, and it's been the opposite so far. Throckmorton on the other end has been very, very solid for Fremont all season. Didn't allow any single runs in the first inning and got a strikeout. 7 strikeouts in his first appearance against Grand Island, so we'll see how that continues.
We'll head to the top of the second inning. A 3-0 lead for the Moo. We'll take this time to thank our sponsors. First, we'd like to thank Fremont Family YMCA. Looking to stay active this summer? Visit the Fremont Family YMCA on North Lincoln Avenue, offering fitness, youth programs, swimming, and more for the whole family. Next, we'd like to thank Visit Fremont and Dodge County. Planning your next Fremont adventure? Visit Fremont and Dodge County has everything from local events and dining to outdoor fun and family attractions in the heart of Nebraska. Lastly, we'll thank Buffalo Wild Wings. Catch every big play at Buffalo Wild Wings in Fremont, serving up wings, burgers, cold drinks, and non-stop sports action all week long. Stop by on East 23rd Street and make game day your favorite day of the week. Top of the second inning here at Moeller Field in Fremont, Nebraska. A great start for the home side, already ahead by 3 runs. A few errors by Grand Island allowed some runners to come home. Last play was a tag out at home as Aiden Marshall sent a ball to Anderson Sherm that got out Matthew Marceau. It'll be Sawyer Slade now up at the plate as Throckmorton will deal a first pitch strike. And he'll look to keep this lead at 3. Went 1-2-3 last inning. That off speed is low and inside, 1-1 for Slade, who in terms of hits leads the league with 29, looking for the 3-0. That pitch misses outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Throckmorton has already faced arguably the toughest stretch of this batting order. Now he's just got the tail end of it as he forces Slade to foul that one off his calf, and he's going to gimp his way out of the batter's box and take his time to recover.
Yeah, Sawyer Slade is an excellent batter, as you mentioned, hitting .426 with a .480 OBP, and is also slugging .676 with 7 doubles, 2 triples, and 2 home runs so far this season. Getting an out here would be pivotal for Fremont.
He's in the DH spot tonight. He's from Orem, Utah, currently attending South Idaho. Throckmorton has 2 balls and 2 strikes on the Fightin Cranes cleanup batter. Middle of the order coming up. Throckmorton already has 1 strikeout on this early night. That one catches the inside half. Slade didn't think it was strike 3, but T. Smith did. And back-to-back strikeouts for Wyatt Throckmorton. And he's in a great spot.
Yeah, I mean, wow. 2 excellent batters that have done well all season against Fremont, against the rest of the league, that Wyatt Throckmorton gets via backwards K. Great start by him.
Now it's Sam Dinkelman up at the plate. First pitch from Throckmorton is bounced into the dirt as Leahy will ask for another ball to throw back. Dinkelman playing third base tonight. His throw in the bottom of the first was off target, allowed a run to come home. Second pitch does catch the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike for Dinkelman, who was 1 of 3 with 2 walks yesterday night against Salina. Does have 16 strikeouts on the season. This one is bounced 1 time into the glove of Throckmorton, a good reflex, and another easy ground out for this Fremont defense.
Yeah, great work there by Throckmorton. The pitch before was an outside, or ball on the outside corner of the zone for the left-handed batter. Next one, he gets in and grounds it. It's grounded softly to Throckmorton, who is an athlete, has played out in the field, and plenty of spawns here for Fremont, and runs it over and gets it to Yasa for an out.
2 away in the top of the first. Strike 1 on the outside edge. This is Coleman at the plate, playing right field tonight for Grand Island. Second pitch, he swings and misses on a nice off-speed. And Coleman does lead this team in strikeouts with 23. He's in danger of his 24th.
And the entire league, too.
Here is the 0-2. Swing and a miss. 3 strikeouts in 2 innings with 6 batters faced. Throckmorton looks commanding so far for the Moo.
Yeah, he looks absolutely electric on the mound here for Fremont. He's putting spots in every location he wants to, painting the corners like Greg Maddox out here. And now the Moo are up to bat yet again.
We'll take this time to thank our sponsors as we head to the bottom of the second inning with Fremont ahead 3-0. First, we'll thank Indra Mowing and Tree Care, LLC. Need your lawn looking game ready? Indra Mowing and Tree Care, LLC provides landscaping, tree care, and snow removal services across Fremont and the surrounding area. Give them a call at 402-720-5944 and let the pros handle the hard work. Next, we'll thank S2 Roll-Offs and Refuse. Tonight's game is brought to you by S2 Roll-Offs and Refuse, Fremont's local choice for trash, recycling, and dumpster services. From home cleanups to construction projects, S2 Roll-Offs keeps our community clean. Lastly, we'll thank Tommy's Express Car Wash. Need a quick clean before first pitch? Tommy's Express Car Wash in Fremont keeps your ride shining with fast, high-quality washes and free vacuums to finish the job. Back in the bottom of the second here at Moeller Field in Fremont, Nebraska, Tucker Horner at the plate, Jared Hardy still on the mound. And it is great to see Horner as he takes ball 1 on the 19th against Hastings. He made a hard contact with his right hand to the helmet of a Hastings batter as he was trying to throw down to third. went to the ER, said a few of your fingers are broken, but it hasn't even been a week and he's already back up at the plate. I did hear that one of the fingers is still broken, but he's able to hold on to that bat and he wants to make an impact for Fremont. This one is a hard ground ball to the left side of the infield. Good contact just into the glove of Wyatt McLeod, who was able to make a clean throw and transfer that time. Tucker Horner will ground out for the first out.
Yeah, as you said, he broke his finger. It was actually his right middle finger, but he's a real trooper and wants to stay in and play here in the end of his Fremont tenure. Only a few more days left of Tucker. Hit the ground ball sharply. It was a good, well-hit ball, just right over to short, where Wyatt McLeod gets him for an out.
That brings up the top of the order in Ripken Fleck. Second time that Hardy has seen him in 2 innings. First pitch is in the zone.
Elite breaking ball there.
Fleck walked in his first at bat. Was the first base runner for this Fremont side, as that one takes a bounce into the glove of Sherm. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 away, and a much different start for Hardy. Fleck leaves that one outside. It's called for strike number 2.
I think Jared Hardy tightened up a little bit while his offense was out there and took a deep breath and settled back in.
Comes home and it misses low and away. 2 balls, 2 strikes for Fleck. Batting .307 on the year. Nearly gets on base 40% of the time. Will foul off that pitch. The count will remain 2-2. And the top of the order for Fremont is really good at A, putting balls in play, and B, they have really good eyes at the plate and they can really extend some at bats. And for Hardy, who's, like we mentioned, pitched a lot of innings in a lot of his starts, you want to try and get him out early and get his pitch tally up. That one misses away. It's a full count for Fleck.
Yeah, Fleck has extended this at-bat very, very well. Went down 1-2 early, but here he is in a full count.
Hardy looking for his first strikeout. Has 25 on the year. That one misses. And Fleck, for the second straight time, will take his bag. He'll be on first with 1 away.
So Jared Hardy has now tied his season total against Fremont in walks in just the first 1 1/3 inning. Completely unexpected here today, but Fremont would love to take advantage of it and win the first 3 innings, as you mentioned early in this one.
Hardy not bringing his best stuff, and Fremont taking advantage of it so far. Fleck on first. That fastball right down the middle of the plate. Malatesta had an infield single in his first at-bat. Fleck will dance over on first base as Malatesta collects strike number 2. Stolen a few times this year and has a decent lead over on first. Malatesta looking to go 2 for 2. That one misses high. And anytime there's a slow hit ground ball to any part of this infield, that ball is going to catch on that infield grass. If this is a turf field, some of these plays might be a little bit easier, but the grass really catches some of these pitches. This is a slow ground ball to the left side of the infield. Dinkelman is able to get the lead runner as he makes a running throw over to second base. Fleck's slide was not in time. And 2 away now for Hardy.
Yeah, close call there. Fleck slid in and just was barely beat out by that throw from Dinkelman. Nonetheless, though, couldn't turn a double play. Malatesta got over there quickly after ball was grounded pretty softly and sits on first now with 2 away.
This is Easton Leahy now at the plate as Hardy delivers. This is a ground ball. Did it stay fair? No. That one just a few inches foul as Dinkelman was in pursuit.
Yeah, just hopped over that third base bag. Would have been likely a base hit, probably even extra bases. Going down that third base line instead, Easton Leahy stands back in the box.
He was able to reach home plate after he got on board from an error by Wyatt McLeod. Malatesta on second on first in the bottom of the second. Leahy hails from Omaha, Nebraska. attending Wayne State College. Leaves that pitch inside. Dodges out of the way.
Didn't want to get hit in that same spot in the ribs where he's been bruised up. So good take there by Leahy.
This one is popped into center field. Broxton Barrientos has an eye on it, and he collects it into his leather for out number 3. A much more Jared Hardy inning that time. We'll go to the top of the third. Fremont ahead by 3. We'll take this time to thank our sponsors yet again. First, we'd like to thank Keel's Barbershop. If you're in need of a haircut, step up your style with Keel's Barbershop in downtown Fremont, delivering classic cuts, beard trims, and old school barbershop service since 1974. Next, we'd like to thank Nebraska Lottery. Feeling lucky tonight? Nebraska Lottery gives Nebraskans the chance to win big while supporting the programs across the state. Must be 19 to play. And lastly, we would like to thank Methodist Fremont Health. From routine checkups to unexpected emergencies, Methodist Fremont Health is proud to serve the people of Fremont and Dodge County. With experienced providers and compassionate care, they're helping keep our community healthy every day.
And just as a quick reminder, there are $20
Top of the third inning at Moeller Field in Fremont, Nebraska. Throckmorton still on the mound. He has been stellar so far. 6 batters faced. All 6 of them have been retired. It has either been a ground out or a strikeout. Already has 3 victims in Barrientos, Slade, and Coman. Wyatt McLeod will be at the plate, try to make up for a few of his blunders in the infield. McLeod playing shortstop tonight from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, attending National Park College. Last game he played was on the 22nd. He was 1 for 5 with 2 RBIs. Throckmorton has gotten through the most difficult part of the order. Now he faces the bottom half. And a breaking ball will catch the outside edge for strike number 1. He has been excellent so far. No walks. He's pitched over 20 innings this year for Fremont as McLeod will swing and miss. No balls, 2 strikes. Throckmorton has a 7.40 RA coming into this game. 15 walks and now 17 strikeouts. This one is popped into right field. Schroeder has a beat on it, puts it into his glove right at the warning track for out number 1.
Yeah, well hit ball there by McLeod, just in reach of Tyler Schroeder, the right fielder, gets under it, and it's out number 1.
It'll bring up the 8-hole man, Aiden Marshall. Righty on lefty matchup for the first baseman from Marshalltown Community College. Marshall was 0 of 3 yesterday night with a walk, batting .128 on the year, 5 hits, 5 RBIs. That pitch catches the zone. 1-1 for Grand Island's 8-hole man. On deck is Dylan Etherton, rounding out the order for this away squad. That pitch misses high. 2-1 for Marshall. He's trying to get the first base hit for Grand Island. Their bats have been pretty quiet so far. That one misses too far inside. And it's one of the few hitters counts that Grand Island has had so far in this game. Throckmorton will come home and will force Marshall to foul off that pitch into the parking lot. Full count in the payoff pitch coming up.
And Aiden Marshall went 0 for 3 in his last game with a walk and a strikeout. He's hoping to get on the board here in his first at-bat.
Throckmorton searching for his 4th strikeout. This one is put into play, a high bouncer to the middle part of the infield. Fleck will scoot over laterally and fire over to first base for out number 2.
Yeah, good out there by Ripken Fleck. These two infielders, Marceau and Fleck, are so athletic out there and make so many plays with their legs. Really nice to have. Such a sure infield, especially in the middle infield. It's a premium position.
And you also have Dominic Palma, who's a great second baseman, likes to play shortstop. He's moved around also to first base this year. So it's kind of plug and play for Jonathan Thornhill now. First pitch from Throckmorton to Etherton is low and inside. Second one misses outside, a fastball. Another hitter's count for Grand Island. 2-0. And if Throckmorton can get out of this inning, he will have retired his first 9 batters. That one misses high. 3-0 with 2 away and nobody on the base path. Etherton trying to be the first base runner. Top of the lineup will come up if he can get on base. Throckmorton will miss high. And after he faces his 8 first batters, all of them retired, he gives up his first walk with 4 pitches.
Yeah, first base runner of the day for Wyatt Throckmorton to the 9-man Dylan Etherton. So couldn't go 9 up, 9 down, but 8 straight's all right.
Not too shabby. Pretty good for Throckmorton. As Etherton now stands on first, to Healy at the plate. Lefty on lefty matchup as that pitch misses outside and low. This Grand Island side doesn't steal as much as Hastings, but they do have some pretty speedy base runners. Throckmorton will look over at Etherton. This pitch is delivered inside for strike number 1. And so far, he's forced a lot of these Grand Island batters to ground out. Only 1 ball has been lifted. This one is another ground ball over to Burke Yassa. He flips it over to a dashing Wyatt Throckmorton, steps on the first base bag. 10 batters faced, 9 of them retired. We'll go to the bottom of the third with Throckmorton still in a really good spot.
Yeah, Throckmorton there shows his athleticism, usually playing out in the field at many different spots. We've seen him out in left, right, and center. There he glides over to first base after Yassa gets off the bag to field it and collects out number 3 of the 3rd inning.
We'll take this opportunity as we go to the middle half of this 3rd inning to thank our sponsors. First, we'd like to thank Subway. Subway is batting 1,000 when it comes to fresh flavor. Build your perfect sandwich, pile on your favorite toppings, and enjoy a meal made right in front of you. Visit Subway at 549 East 23rd Street. Subway, eat fresh. Next, we'd like to thank Raising Cane's. Whether you're celebrating a Moo victory or just working up an appetite at the ballpark, Raising Cane's is ready to serve. Stop by their Fremont location on East 23rd Street for fresh chicken fingers and a meal the whole family can enjoy. Lastly, we'd like to thank Fremont Family YMCA. Just like the Moo are staying active on the field tonight, you can stay active all summer long at the Fremont Family YMCA. Stop by North Lincoln Avenue for fitness, swimming, youth programs, and more for the whole family. Starting off the bottom of the 3rd will be Burke Yassa, 0 for 1 with a flyout. This will be the 2nd time he's faced Hardy tonight. And Hardy will miss outside. 1-0 for Fremont's cleanup man. Second pitch is on the inside half for strike number 1. Fremont trying to extend this early advantage. Hardy delivers a pitch low. 2 balls, 1 strike for the man from Thornton, Colorado. This is somebody who can get a lot of extra base hits. 8 of his 15 hits have either been doubles or home runs. 3 of them home runs, 2 of which have been grand slams, and 5 doubles. And 2 of those grand slams came against this Grand Island side.
Back-to-back at-bats, the 9th of Game 2 and the 1st in Game 3. Good work so far this season from Yassa, who's batting .319 and slugging .617.
He's moved up into the cleanup hitter spot. He's earned the trust of Jonathan Thornhill to be the batter to bring in the runs. Leads the team in RBIs with 15. He's got a full count after Hardy misses outside on a breaking ball. This one is lifted out of play, straight off the top of his bat, and he'll stay alive. The 7th pitch from Hardy coming up. Yasa trying to continue his strong start to this season, and he's going to be another lead-off runner for the Moo. Another runner courtesy of a walk.
And this is only Burke Yasa's 6th walk of the entire season. 47 at-bats, only had 5 walks and 13 strikeouts. Now make it 6. And Jared Hardy now has his 5th walk of this game alone against Fremont. Very uncharacteristic night so far.
Hasn't been his day so far. Yasa over on first. Schroeder now at the plate. He'll swing and miss at a fastball. Looking to be aggressive in this count. He's also 0 for 1 with the fly out. He flew over to Dylan Etherton in left field. Both of these left-handed batters for the Moo got a little bit behind Hardy's pitch. Sent it the opposite direction. But their left fielder was there to claim both of the hit balls. Nobody away in the bottom of the 3rd. And Schroeder will leave another pitch outside. It's 2-1. Hardy looked a lot more comfortable in the 2nd inning he was out on the rubber. That pitch will catch the inside corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Schroeder trying to advance the base runner.
I think Hardy's going a little bit deeper into his motion in this inning than he did earlier this season.
That one does not catch the inside corner. Schroeder shied away from it. It's another 3-2 count.
A lot of pitches here early for Hardy.
Nobody in the bullpen still for the away side. Here's the payoff. Swing and a miss from Schroeder. And Hardy finally claims his first strikeout victim in Schroeder.
Yeah, and in 3 games, Hardy pitched in 17 innings against Fremont and had 14 strikeouts in that work, 7 in each of his 2 starts. A little bit slower off the gate today, but now he's rolling.
Marceau will come into the right-handed batter's box. Will take the first pitch away. Was walked in his first plate appearance, which was also a full count at bat. Yasa still stands on first base. And Hardy does not catch the zone in his first 2 pitches. A hitter's count for Marceau, the second baseman from Minnetonka, Minnesota. Played for Kevin Grant, who's the assistant coach at Marshalltown Community College. That one nearly skims his right leg as he turns away from it. 3 balls, no strikes. That pitch does catch the outside corner. Marceau was just standing there waiting to see what the result would be. Now he's ready to swing the bat. This one is popped high into center field. Got underneath it just a bit, and Barrientos raises his glove to make the catch. 2 away after the leadoff walk.
Yeah, good hit there by Matthew Marceau. As you said, Kevin Grant is pretty familiar with Marceau, coaching him at Marshalltown Community College. And when Coach Jonathan Thornhill talked to Kevin Grant about adding Matthew Marceau to the squad, he said, I didn't know who he was playing this summer. He's quite the ball player, and he's been that for the Moose so far.
It's been an excellent addition for Fremont. It'll be Eamon O'Gorman. This one is hit into the gap in right center. This one is belted out there. It reaches the fence. Yasa is being waved home. Here's the relay. This one is going to be sent home. Yasa is going to stand up. That is an RBI double for Eamon O'Gorman on a ball that was lined into the right center field gap.
Yeah, that ball was just a perfectly hit gap hit right in between the right fielder and the center fielder. Bounce over that Raising Cane sign and over at the warning track. Easy stand-up double and brings Yasa in all the way from first.
Fremont adds another run to their tally. They lead 4-0. Bottom half of the order doing some damage. O'Gorman now on second. Braden Mitchell will stand up at the plate. Grounded over to Sam Dinkelman in his first at-bat, but was able to reach first base after Dinkelman's throw was offline. He'll foul off the first pitch he sees, out of play. 0-1 for Mitchell. I also heard his parents are here tonight, so he'll be looking to make them proud. That pitch misses low. 1-1 for Fremont's 8-hole batter. It's always fun. We can get your parents at the game. He's batting 170 on the year. Trying to bring in O'Gorman. Hardy will miss on the outside half. 2 balls, 1 strike for Mitchell. Looking to make this a 5-run affair. The 2-1 with 2 away. Mitchell will put this one to the left side of the infield. It's collected by Wyatt McLeod. Again, a throw that Marshall has to stretch on, but he's able to make the grab. That'll end the bottom of the third, but not before Fremont get another run thanks to Eamon O'Gorman's double that reached the right field fence. We'll go to the top of the fourth with Fremont in command. And we'll take this time to also thank our sponsors. First, we'd like to thank Visit Fremont and Dodge County. There's always something happening in Fremont and Dodge County. Whether you're searching for great food, community events, unique shops, or outdoor recreation, you'll find plenty to explore right here in the heart of Nebraska. Next, we'd like to thank Buffalo Wild Wings. Fans, if you're not ready for the night to end after the final out, Buffalo Wild Wings has you covered. Grab a seat, order your favorite wings, and keep the sports action going at their Fremont location on East 23rd Street. Lastly, we'd like to thank Indra Mowing and Tree Care, LLC. Just like a ball field needs a grounds crew to keep it in top shape, your property needs the right team too. Indra Mowing and Tree Care, LLC provides lawn care, tree services, and snow removal throughout Fremont and the surrounding area. Give them a call at 402-720-5944. Back in the top of the fourth with Fremont ahead 4-0. Hits have been hard to come by for this Grand Island side. They've only gotten 1 base runner in the first 3 stanzas. Anderson Sherm will be at the plate. He's second on the team in hits with 26. Also has 23 RBIs. And usually puts the ball in play, does not strike out often. Only been walked 3 times. He's got a .377 average. Yesterday night was a bit of an off night, went 0 for 5 with no hits. We're waiting for the top of the fourth to begin as we get a Chad Agency representative talking about their lovely organization. Looks like the O'Brien Foundation, which is not listed here on our list of Chad agencies. Maybe they were talking about Brain Injury Association of Nebraska, BIANE, possibly. Oh, arthritis. There we go. Do you have arthritis, Baylor?
I do not. I'm fortunate enough to be all right, but
me neither. That's good.
It's a struggle for a lot of people around this, and as I mentioned earlier, there's some things that are bigger than baseball, and I'm so glad to take part in a game that's big as this that helps out so many different organizations that cover people who have dealt with misfortune in their lives.
It's great to have a lot of these issues talked about and showcased here. 1-0 for Sherm after Throckmorton misses up high. Again, top of the fourth. Fremont has been in command, and so has Throckmorton. That pitch is fouled off into the dugout of the Moo. 1 ball, 1 strike, top of the order up for the Fightin' Cranes. The top of the order is where they tried to do a lot of their damage. So far, they've been muffled, as Throckmorton has been a star. This one is poked over to Matthew Marceau on second, takes a hop into his glove, makes the easy toss over to first, and again, another leadoff out for Throckmorton.
Second time Anderson Sherm has grounded out in this one and hasn't looked like himself, as we mentioned. Sawyer Slade is one of the best batters in this entire league, and so is Anderson Sherm, another catcher on this squad, hitting .377 and getting on base 48% of the time. 6 doubles, a triple, and a home run, but has been muted so far by Wyatt Throckmorton.
Broxton Barrientos now stands at the plate. Righty on lefty matchup. Barrientos 0 for 1, struck out looking to end the top of the first inning. This one is put into right field and foul down that right field line as Schroeder runs over to it in foul territory. 1-1 now for Barrientos.
You got to hold that breaking ball pretty well, just a little bit behind it, or a little bit early, I should say.
That one misses outside. 2 balls, 1 strike for the Fightin' Cranes 3-hole man. Slade in the on-deck circle. That pitch is put nicely on the inside half. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Throckmorton looking for another strikeout.
Already 3 through 3. See if we can add another to the graveyard.
Wow. The 2-2 misses outside. It'll be a full count as Leahy tried to frame it on the outside corner. Barrientos looking to be the second base runner for this Grand Island side. Here's the payoff. This one is belted high into left field. It's back, and it's gone. And finally, Grand Island will break open this game. Broxton Barrientos on a full count will put one easily over the Moeller Monster. And his 22 RBIs now turns into 23 as he touches all 4.
I mean, yeah, that ball was just blasted into left field, and with the short 290 field with the Moeller Monster, that's an out. And a lot of other ballparks here in this league, that's a routine fly out. Instead, Wyatt Throckmorton's scoreless game is now over.
4-1 is now the score. Barrientos will saunter back into the dugout as Slade will swing and miss at strike 1. Slade also 0 for 1, struck out looking in his first plate appearance. That pitch is bounced away from Leahy. And usually it's always the next batter that is sometimes the toughest after you give up a home run. Throckmorton has great determination, great resilience. It'll be interesting to see how he responds after that blast. This one is hit deep into left field again, and all Braden Mitchell can do is watch it go past, and it's back-to-back home runs for this Grand Island side. After being practically invisible in the first 3 innings, they might have awoken a monster here.
Yeah, as you said, it's about the response after giving up a home run. And Sawyer Slade tacks on another one, his 3rd of the season. Another ball. That ball was blasted very deep, quite a bit deeper than Broxton Barrientos' first hit, high and over that left field wall. And all Braden Mitchell can do is watch it fly over for the 2nd time in a row.
Back-to-back home runs for Grand Island. They've cut the lead in half. It's 4-2 for the Moo. 1 away after the ground out from Sherm. It's Sam Dinkelman at the plate. 0 for 1 with a ground. First pitch is at his knees for strike number 1. And both of those pitches looked like they were fastballs that were elevated. Try to stray away from that pitch as Grand Island seems to be one of their favorites. And now they have a little bit of life in their dugout. 1-1 for Dinkelman. You leave that pitch outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Throckmorton trying to rein things back in. This one is popped straight back into the netting. 2 balls, 2 strikes. It would be great here for another strikeout to get things rolling again for Fremont's starting man. Seems like a little bit of life has been sucked out of this home crowd as that breaking ball misses inside. Another full count. The Moo looking for the payoff pitch. He'll come home. That one catches the outside corner, and a great location for his 4th K of the game.
Yeah, that was just a perfect breaking ball on that outside corner for the lefty, Sam Dinkelman, who watches it fall into the zone for strike 3.
That'll bring up the middle of the order, and bottom half of the middle order, and Lake Coman. He's batting 6. Playing right field tonight for Grand Island. Struck out in his first appearance. First pitch he sees, doesn't catch the zone, 1-0. Struck out swinging in his first plate appearance. The 3 other strikeouts for Throckmorton. All the batters have gone down looking. That breaking ball will catch the middle half of the plate. Now he just needs 1 more out. Swing and a miss again from Coman. And now Throckmorton has found his rhythm once again. This is a batter that leads the league in strikeouts now. His tally is up to 24. Can Throckmorton get 25? And he'll have to wait another pitch as that one is fouled off.
Yeah, just barely made contact with that one a little bit late and under it, but still will stay alive. Against Throckmorton, who has showed some signs of being hit off of in this inning.
Here's another 1-2. That one just misses. T. Smith does not make any movement behind home plate for strike number 3. Another good spot. Just missed the outside edge. 2-2. Swing and a miss, and Throckmorton, after giving up back-to-back home runs, will strike out the next 2 batters he faces. The lead was cut in half, but Fremont still has an advantage going to the bottom of the 4th, up 4-2.
Yeah, still an excellent start here from Throckmorton. I know he's given up 2 home runs now, but 5 strikeouts through 4 innings, only 2 earned runs. Only 3 base runners have even gotten on so far, so Throckmorton can stay in this one. His pitch count is low. Fremont would be very happy with that.
We'll take this time to thank our sponsors again. First, we'd like to thank S2 Roll-Offs and Refuse. Just as a good defense keeps the field clean, S2 Roll-Offs and Refuse helps keep our community fresh. From recycling and trash collection to roll-off dumpsters, they're proud to serve Fremont and the surrounding area. Next, we'd like to thank Tommy's Express Car Wash. Fans, if your vehicle has picked up a few more hits usual than lately, stop by Tommy's Express Car Wash. Their quick, high-quality washes and free vacuums will have your ride looking like it just came off the showroom floor. Lastly, we'd like to thank Keel's Barbershop. Just like a ball player likes to look sharp on game day, you can keep your look in top form with a visit to Keel's Barbershop. Serving Fremont since 1974, they're bringing classic barbering and friendly service to every customer who walks through the door. Hardy will still be on the mound for the Fightin Cranes. He'll face off against Tucker Horner to start the bottom of the 4th. Swing and a miss at the first pitch fastball. 0-1 for Fremont's 9-hole batter. Had a sharp ground out to the shortstop Wyatt McLeod in his first at-bat. This is another ground ball to the left side of the infield, and McLeod again is going to have trouble collecting that. He's again not able to make over the throw to third, and that's the 3rd error for this for this Grand Island side.
Yeah, another one by McLeod lets another runner on for Fremont. The last one who did that was Easton Leahy, who ended up scoring later on in that first inning, so we'll see if that same trend continues.
Another leadoff base runner aboard. Fremont has done that 3 of the past 4 innings. Horner over on first, and Fleck now at the plate. First pitch he sees is in there for strike number 1. 2 walks has been his night so far. He's been very calm at the plate. Leaves that pitch outside. Earlier in the season, he enjoyed swinging at a lot of the first pitches he saw. Worked out in his favor. He's changed his approach tonight. 1-1 is the count, and he'll take another pitch on the outside edge. 1-2 with nobody away in the bottom of the fourth. Fremont trying to reestablish their early 4-run lead. The 1-2 from Hardy, and it's left outside. Horner faked like he was heading down to second base. And man, he's really got to be careful on some of the slides. He's probably going to go feet first instead of head first. If you get any sort of contact on your hands, if one of them's already broken, that's not going to feel very good. And Hardy will record his second strikeout as Fleck will go down looking on a pitch that caught the outside edge.
Yeah, that was a good breaking ball on that outside. Hardy's breaking ball is probably his best pitch. Both curveballs and sliders have been in store for him, and he's used them very efficiently on this Fremont lineup so far.
Malatesta will come back up to the plate. He's 1 for 2, an infield single and a fielder's choice have been his 2 at-bats. Strike 1 from Hardy, and again he starts ahead in the count. Malatesta will foul off the next pitch off his right foot. Was 0 for 3 yesterday night with 2 walks. Looks like he's found his swing again. No balls, 2 strikes. 1 away, and Horner, the only runner on the base path for the Moo. The 0-2 was left upstairs. 1 ball, 2 strikes for Malatesta. Back in his usual 2-hole spot. Hardy trying to go for strikeout number 3. This is a ball put to the left side of the infield. Double play opportunity for Grand Island. And again, Wyatt McLeod can't get the ball secured on the transfer. It was kind of rolled over to second base. They're able to get the lead runner. But again, Malatesta will reach first on a fielder's choice.
Yeah, as you said, second straight fielder's choice. And another time that Wyatt McLeod has just looked a little bit off over there. Just almost only a little scooped it over to second with this glove. Then the throw from Staley was late and also way upstairs. Aiden Mitchell got up and got down with it, but not before Malatesta got on base.
Leahy will leave the pitch inside. It's 1-0 for Fremont's 3-hole batter. So far today, he's reached on an air and flew out in his previous at-bat. He's got Malatesta over on first base. And he leaves another pitch about in the same spot, same result. A hitter's count for the Moo's catcher. Nobody's tried to steal second base so far this game for either side. Malatesta will decide to. Here's the throw down from Sherm. And Malatesta is in time easily as the tag was applied late. And now with the 3-0 count, Fremont has a runner in scoring position.
And that's Malatesta's 4th steal of the season. 4 for 6 now on attempted stolen bases. He slid in just in time. The throw from Sherman was just a little bit to the left of Stahili. And Malatesta slides in safely.
Leahy will take a look at ball number 4, a 4-pitch walk. And another one for Hardy will put 2 aboard, with Yasa, a dangerous man to have in the batter's box.
Yeah, this is exactly the guy you want stepping up to the plate. As you said earlier in this matchup, Yasa leads the team with 15 RBIs on the season and also 3 home runs. Power bat, and we'll see what he does with this AB.
He's got Malatesta on second and Leahy on first. Lefty on righty matchup, and a breaking ball breaks inside for strike number 1.
It's a great pitch. Broke right into that outside bottom corner for the lefty, Yasa.
Hardy delivers home. That one does not catch the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. In Yasa's first at bat, he lined one hard into left field. It was taken at the warning track by Etherton. If he can get a hold of one, look out. This one is put right back up the middle, and Hardy is there to make the play. He'll flip over underhanded to first base. And with a runner in scoring position, Fremont can extend their lead and will go to the top of the 5th in a close ball game.
Yeah, great work to rebound from Jared Hardy, who started this one slow. Now he's back to his usual form. Good contact there by Yasa. Just couldn't get enough behind it and was a little bit on top of it. Into the glove of Hardy.
We'll take this opportunity to thank our sponsors. First, we'd like to thank Keel's Barbershop. Just like a ball player likes to look sharp on game day, you can keep your look in top form with a visit to Keel's Barbershop. Serving Fremont since 1974, they're bringing classic barbering and friendly service to every customer who walks through the door. Lastly, we'd like to thank Nebraska Lottery. The Nebraska Lottery offers Nebraskans the chance to win exciting prizes while helping support important programs and initiatives across the state. Whether you're picking up a scratch ticket or trying your luck with your favorite draw game, every ticket purchased helps make a difference right here in Nebraska. Must be 19 years of age or older to play. Lastly, we'll thank Methodist Fremont Health. When it comes to caring for the Fremont community, Methodist Fremont Health is here 24/7 with trusted doctors, nurses, and healthcare services for patients and families across Dodge County. Compassionate care, close to home, Methodist Fremont Health. Back at Moeller Field in Fremont, Nebraska, about half of the game in the books here between the Grand Island Fightin' Cranes and the Fremont Moo. Grand Island has been in charge of these standings nearly the entire season and were finally dethroned yesterday night after their loss to Salina and Sedalia's walk-off win against Jefferson City. Both teams have won 2/3 of their games, and it's what everybody is chasing after. The top 2 teams in the top of the standings will go to a best-of-3 series at the end of the year to decide who wins this inaugural Diamond Baseball League game, or league. Back in the top of the 5th, and it'll be Wyatt McLeod at the plate to start off for Hastings. That pitch is in there for strike 1, and Throckmorton starts off where he left off last inning.
Breaking ball, caught the bottom edge of the plate. See, both of these pitchers have relied on that heavily, and it's done well for each of them so far.
McLeod is 0 for 1 with a flyout. Didn't commit to the full swing. Did go all the way around. It's now 0-2 for Throckmorton. Looking for punch out number 6. That ball misses high. It was the location that Leahy wanted it in. He was trying to get McLeod to chase. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Top half of the 5th inning. Throckmorton couldn't get that breaking ball to break inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. McLeod fighting back in this count. That ball misses in on the hands, and it's a full count for the Fightin' Cranes 7-hole man. The only hits that Throckmorton has given up have both left the yard. He's got the bottom of the order to face. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back-to-back strikeouts, starting from last inning to this one for the Moose starting pitcher.
That's his 6th on the day so far. As I said earlier, the first time he saw Grand Island on May 30th, he gave him 7 strikeouts. Definitely his most so far this season, and he's been excellent today, already racking up 6.
He'll have Aiden Marshall to deal with in the 8-hole spot. Marshall 0 for 1 with a groundout. Throckmorton misses away for ball number 1. Etherton in the on-deck circle. He's the only batter to reach with a walk so far today. This one is put into left field. Braden Mitchell will not be able to get to it. And that's the third base hit for Grand Island. And Aiden Marshall will be on the first base bag.
Just well hit, blooped single right in between Ripken Fleck and Braden Mitchell out in shallow left field, and gets on for only the third hit of the day for Grand Island.
It'll be Dylan Etherton in the box, 0 for 0 with a walk. Throckmorton has induced a lot of groundouts. He'll want another one here to try and go 1-2-3. Breaking ball does not break. 1-0 for Grand Island's 9-hole batter.
Could you give me that postcard that I gave you earlier? Thank you. I'll give it back.
Hitters count for Etherton. Playing in left field from Lincoln, Nebraska. Currently attending Iowa Lakes Community College, batting .270 on the year. .491 on base percentage. That pitch does not catch the bottom half of the zone, and it's 3-0. Throckmorton in danger of allowing 2 base runners on the base path for the first time tonight. Marshall's over on first after his single into left field. I have to imagine Etherton will not bring the bat off his shoulders as that pitch misses low. It's the second walk delivered to Grand Island's 9-hole batter. Runners on first and second, and Thornhill will come out of the dugout, take this opportunity to have a little conversation.
Yeah, second walk of the day for Dylan Etherton, and only the second walk given up by Throckmorton. Etherton had 2 walks in his last game where he went 1 for 2 other than that, but now runners are on first and second for the first time all night with Staheli up to the plate. Just 2 ground outs so far tonight. So this is a perfect opportunity to turn a double play for Throckmorton, who's fallen off a little bit since his first 3 innings of work.
You'll have the leadoff batter for the Fightin' Cranes to deal with. Force out at 1, 2, or 3. Etherton on first, Marshall on second. A 4-2 advantage for the Moo that they do not want to relinquish. Staheli has put the ball in the ground in his past 2 at-bats. He'll look to bunt, squares this one down the third base line. And a smart play by Eamon O'Gorman as he let that one run foul. Wasn't clear if he could have made the play at first base. It would have been tough. Would have had to barehand it and try to fire it over there. And it just sneaks foul for strike number 1.
Yeah, very, very intelligent play by Eamon O'Gorman. Could have fielded it and gotten out. Instead, he'll wait on it, let it pass, read the ball well. Goes out past the third base foul line in front of the bag, and Staheli has to step back up to the plate.
Squared around the first time. Infield is in, prepared to do so if he tries so again. This one is put down and popped foul. And now with 2 strikes in the count, you don't want to try and risk to try and bunt again. If it's foul, it's strike number 3. 0-2 in the count. First time that Grand Island is threatening aside from the home runs. Throckmorton looking for strikeout number 7. Here's his 0-2. That one takes a bounce in the dirt and gets away from Easton Leahy, and now the runners will move over to the corners, and that's important for Grand Island now. It negates the double play.
Yeah, very important, but Throckmorton's in a 1-2 count and can strike out his 7th batter. He's definitely hoping so here.
Staheli from Logandale, Nevada, attending South Idaho. 0 for 2 today as Leahy will come out and have a talk with Throckmorton. And it's crucial now that you try and get this base runner out with a swing and a miss. The infield is in for the Moo. They want to keep this game a 2-run affair. Marshall now on third, Etherton on second. This one is popped up into the shallow part of the infield, and O'Gorman, after letting the first ball run foul, is there to make the catch in front of the pitcher's mound.
Yeah, just way to work that out there for Fremont. It's a pop-up into the infield, so no availability for the runners to tag up or score. The lead stays at 2 with Sherm, who's also 0 for 2 at the plate now.
This one is launched foul down the third base line. 0-1 with 2 away for the Fightin' Cranes 2-hole man. Last 2 games haven't gone his way. He's 0 for his last 7. Batting .377 on the year, .482 on base percentage. And a breaking ball freezes him in the right-hand batter's box. It's another 0-2 count. A great opportunity for Throckmorton to get out of some trouble. Infield is now back. Here's the 0-2. It's in the zone. This one is launched high and deep. It's not going to stay fair, though. It does get over the wall, so if he would have been a little later on that pitch, Grand Island would have had the lead.
Yeah, just a very, very well-hit ball, pretty deep, but a little bit too early on it. It pulls foul. Just barely, though, and I mean, that ball was hit very, very hard. I wonder what the read on that was.
Still an 0-2 count. Throckmorton looking for the third out in the top of this 5th inning, and he just misses outside. Sherm will leave it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. He's forced these batters into a lot of ground balls, trying to give his infield an easy play. He'll foul off that pitch into the parking lot. The count will stay the same. On deck is Broxton Barrientos, who hit the first of 2 solo home runs for Grand Island. You want to deal with him next inning, not now.
Yes.
Here's the 1-2. That one, again, forced Sherm to think he didn't pull the trigger. It's 2-2.
Yeah, breaking ball that just falls a little bit low on that inner edge. Good take by Sherm.
Throckmorton now working from the windup. That pitch is in the zone. This one is put into left field, but Mitchell was there the entire time. He had it in his targets and makes the catch, and Throckmorton will get out of some early trouble.
Yeah, good hit there by Sherm, lined out pretty well, just right over to Mitchell in left for out number 3.
We'll go to the bottom half of the 5th inning. Fremont ahead 4-2. We'll take this time to thank our sponsors. First, we'd like to thank Subway, home of the legendary footlong, stacked with all your favorite toppings and made fresh right in front of you. Next time hunger steps up to the plate, head to Subway, located at 549 East 23rd Street, and knock it out of the park. Subway, eat fresh. Next, we'll thank Raising Cane's. Tonight's game is brought to you by Raising Cane's, serving hot chicken fingers, fresh Texas toast, and quality meals made fresh every day. Stop by their Fremont location on East 23rd Street and grab a meal after the game. Lastly, we'd like to thank Fremont Family YMCA. Looking to stay active this summer? Visit the Fremont Family YMCA on North Lincoln Avenue, offering fitness, youth programs, swimming, and more for the whole family. And as a new pitcher comes onto the mound for Grand Island, we'll take this time to thank our 5th annual car show on July 12th of 2026. All models are welcome. Looking at the picture now, this is a Model T. This one's a pretty classic car, one of the first ever made. It'll be at historic Moeller Field.
I know that place.
Yeah, we do. We're right here. Free registration starts at 3. The show is from 3:30 to 4:30. That might be subject to change. 2 free game tickets for registering. There's going to be a parade of cars between each inning, and Fremont sponsors prizes for the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd place as the fans will vote for winners. This is organized by the Fremont Area Car Club. For more information, you can call 402-459-0067. And it's going to be a southpaw on the mound for Grand Island. I couldn't quite catch his number. At the plate will be Tyler Schroeder, who's 0 for 2 with the flyout and struck out swinging. And Jared Hardy's night is done. 4 innings of work, 4 earned runs. Well, maybe not 4 earned. There was a couple of errors for Grand Island, but 4 came to the plate for the Moo. First pitch to Schroeder is ball 1. It's upstairs. Schroeder's second pitch catches the top half of the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike for the middle of the order for the home side. Schroeder's playing in right field from Stillwater, Minnesota. This one is popped up. Fly ball into shallow left field, and McLeod will call off everybody for the first out.
Yeah, that pitch before from Schroeder was a little bit upstairs to his view as a late call from T. Smith. So he swings out a little bit more there that needs to protect, and that leads to that out from McLeod.
Looks like number 7 is now on the mound for Grand Island. That is Ty Harmsen. First pitch to Marceau is left outside. And Harmsen on the mound. He's pitched in 6 2/3 innings, 12.15 ERA, 5 strikeouts, 7 walks, and has allowed 10 hits and 1 home run. 1-1 count now with 1 away. Marceau so far in the day is 0 for 1 with a flyout. This one is foul down the third base line. 1 ball, 2 strikes for Marceau.
And I think he broke the bat there, so he's going over the dugout to collect a new one after that ball is hit pretty sharply.
It's just the second time all year we've also broken a bat. I'm kind of surprised. Usually there's a few more broken bats in this summer league.
Yeah, I think the Fremont squad they used to hit a lot of bomb bats, but now they switched over to the more regular wood bats, and since then we've seen the result of more broken bats.
It'll be a 1-2 count for Marceau. This one is put into left field. Another shallow ball, and it's collected again by McLeod for the second out.
Yeah, a little bit early on. Second pitch in a row. Too far under that one. Pops to McLeod at short. Just takes a few quick steps out behind him and collects out number 2.
Harmsen faces his first 2 batters. Gets him to pop up into shallow left field. O'Gorman now at the plate for the Moo. Last time he came up, he hit an RBI double into right center field. He'll wave at the first pitch. And just like the Moo, Kevin Grant has had to use some position players. Harmsen usually plays in the outfield. Swing and a miss again from O'Gorman on a fastball in the inside half. Harmsen has had to be used a few times already this year. This is his 3rd game. Usually comes in and tries to give at least 3 innings. O'Gorman will put one to the left side of the infield. Dinkelman is there. O'Gorman can't leg it out. And Ty Harmsen will go 1-2-3 to end the 5th inning. It's still a 4-2 contest.
Yeah, Harmsen has only appeared in 1 game as a pitcher so far this season against Hastings in that. I guess he appeared in another game. Only 1 listed here on the I score, but was hit well and sharply by Eamon O'Gorman. He tries to run down, but is beat out by the throw. Out number 3, and Fremont still hangs on to that 2-run lead.
We'll go to the top of the 6th inning. We'll take this time to thank our sponsors. First, we'd like to thank Visit Fremont and Dodge County. Planning your next Fremont adventure? Visit Fremont and Dodge County. Has everything from local events and dining to outdoor fun and family attractions in the heart of Nebraska. Next, we'd like to thank Buffalo Wild Wings. Catch every big play at Buffalo Wild Wings in Fremont. Serving up wings, burgers, cold drinks, and non-stop sports action all week long. Stop by on East 23rd Street and make game day your favorite day of the week. Lastly, we'll thank Indra Mowing and Tree Care, LLC. Need your lawn looking game ready? Indra Mowing and Tree Care, LLC provides landscaping, tree care, and snow removal services across Fremont and the surrounding area. Give them a call at 402-720-5944 and let the pros handle the hard work. 5 innings away here in Moeller Field in Fremont, Nebraska. A fresh at-bat for Broxton Barrientos. Struck out looking the first time and then got things started off for Grand Island with a one-run shot over the Moeller Monster. Throckmorton will make sure to not give him a pitch that he was so confident in, as he misses high with a fastball for ball number 1. And now this is the part of the order you have to be careful on. Barrientos and Slade have been the production tonight so far for Grand Island. This one is put into right center field. It's going to take a bounce at the wall. Malatesta gets it. Barrientos was trying for 3. It's gotten in by Malatesta, and that's a leadoff double for Broxton Barrientos. And it seems like he has Throckmorton's number now.
Yeah, that ball was another one blasted, this time out into right center field, but just under that 355 sign on the wall, into the warning track for a double, and almost got 3 before he was cut off by Fleck.
Runner in scoring position for Sawyer Slade, who's also 1 for 2 with a home run. Throckmorton will miss inside for ball number 1. Slade tonight is in the DH spot from Orem, Utah. Was 2 of 4 in his last game, the only batter to have a multi-hit night against the Sliders. He'll foul off that pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike for the cleanup man. In the on-deck circle is Sam Dinkelman in the 5 spot. And the next 3 batters that Throckmorton will face after Slade have gone hitless. And 4 of them in their 6 at-bats have struck out. The next pitch misses low. And you want to try to get past Slade here without any more damage. Throckmorton has been solid against these next 3 batters that'll come to the plate. He's got Barrientos over on second, trying to protect this slim 2-run lead. This one is fouled off into the parking lot. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And now would be a great time for the 7th strikeout.
Definitely so, especially against a batter as lethal as Sawyer Slade. As you said, Throckmorton's been very successful against the 5th, 6th, and 7th man. Struck them all out in their last ABs. But he has to get by Slade now.
The 2-2, this one is put into center field. Malatesta is there. He comes in for the catch. So Throckmorton does retire one of Grand Island's most dangerous batters. Barrientos will stay on second base as Malatesta makes the grab.
Yeah, I mean, just way to get Sawyer Slade out there. It wasn't pretty, a line out. Malatesta hit pretty well, just in the wrong spot. For out number 1, that's 1 down, just got to get a few more.
Dinkelman will come into the left-handed batter's box. Lefty on lefty matchup. It's a ball left low and inside. Dinkelman 0 for 2, a ground out and struck out looking in his second plate appearance. He's from Grand Island, Nebraska. Didn't have to go too far to find this Fightin' Crane side. Currently attending Northwest Missouri State. And the second pitch from Throckmorton is more of the same. It's a hitter's count for Dinkelman. Dinkelman was 1 for 3 with 2 walks in his past game. Batting .226 on the year, .438 on base percentage. Swings on this one. It's a high chopper over to the right side of the infield. Marceau is there, has to get it quickly over to Yasa. And the infield umpire says it was in time. So not the easiest ground ball to get from Marceau. He makes the play. 2 outs and are under 90 feet away from scoring.
Yeah, another athletic play from the man from Marshalltown Community College. He slides over back behind where Yasa's at and throws the ball a little bit high, but with the 6'6" frame of Burke Yasa, he just reaches out and collects that one easily.
Throckmorton will work from the windup as he faces off against Coman. Coman is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Hasn't been able to make contact with the ball just yet. Barrientos over on third base after his leadoff double. And Throckmorton will miss his first 2 pitches.
Both breaking balls a little bit upstairs. A lot of break and a lot of drop on those, just not enough to fall in.
The 2-0 is left upstairs again. 3 balls, no strikes for Coman. And. And I can't see anyone warming up in the bullpen just yet for the Moo. They'll get the 1-0 count. 2 outs and a runner on second. Throckmorton will work from the windup as he faces off against Coman. Coman is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Hasn't been able to make contact with the ball just yet. Barrientos over on third base after his leadoff double. And Throckmorton will miss his first 2 pitches. The 2-0 is left upstairs again. 3 balls, no strikes for Coman. And I can't see anyone warming up in the bullpen just yet for the Moo. So it looks, oh, there is somebody over there we just heard. That breaking ball misses high. A 4-pitch walk in the third of the day is issued to Koman. Runners on the edges now for the Fightin' Cranes.
Yeah, first time Koman's walked in this game. 2 strikeouts heading into it and led the league in strikeouts with 23, but now collects his 13th walk of the season. 397 OBP despite those 23 strikeouts heading into the day.
So there is somebody in the bullpen as Thornhill will come out of the dugout for another talk with Throckmorton. Doesn't seem like he's going to take the ball away from his starting man. You'd love to see him finish out this inning. Only needs 1 out. Curious to see who we may see next inning. Over 5 2/3 innings, he's only given up 4 hits, 2 runs, and he's kept these Grand Island bats in check. This is now Wyatt McLeod at the plate. Fly out and a strikeout have been his 2 at-bats. Koman on first, Barrientos on third. This one is hit sharply into center field. Back on it is Malatesta. Makes the leaping grab at the warning track. And a nice play out in left center field for Malatesta. And Throckmorton will get out of some trouble again.
Yeah, Throckmorton lifts his hat and wipes off some sweat. Pretty nervous as that ball was hit deeply into left center. Right about in between the 375 and 380 marks on the foul pole, or on the outfield fence. Ball was blasted, but Malatesta leaps up and takes that one out of the air for out number 3 and saves Fremont 2 runs.
We'll go to the bottom half of this 6th inning. Fremont still ahead by 2 runs. We'll take this time to thank our sponsors. First, we'd like to thank Indra Mowing and Tree Care, LLC. Need your lawn looking game ready? Indra Mowing and Tree Care, LLC provides landscaping, tree care, and snow removal services across Fremont and the surrounding area. Give them a call at 402-720-5944 and let the pros handle the hard work. Next, we'd like to thank S2 Roll-Offs and Refuse. Tonight's game is brought to you by S2 Roll-Offs and Refuse, Fremont's local choice for trash, recycling, and dumpster services. From home cleanups to construction projects, S2 Roll-Offs keeps our community clean. Lastly, we'd like to thank Tommy's Express Car Wash. Need a quick clean before first pitch? Tommy's Express Car Wash in Fremont keeps your ride shining with fast, high-quality washes and free vacuums to finish the job. Bottom half of this 6th inning, Fremont still ahead 4-2. Braden Mitchell will be at the plate as Ty Harmsen will come back onto the mound for his 2nd inning of work. Mitchell is 0 for 2 on the day, reached on an air and grounded out. 8 hits, 9 RBIs on the season for Fremont's 8-hole batter. The first pitch is left inside. The 1-0 is swung on, and it's just softly hit down the first base line. It's going to be foul as Marshall will throw it into the away side dugout. 1-1 for Mitchell. 68 degrees. It's getting a bit colder here in Fremont. It's been a non-existent breeze. And a night that looked like it might have rained now looks a little bit more blue. That pitch will miss low. 2 balls, 1 strike. There were some thunderstorms in the forecast. Luckily, it looks like we'll avoid it.
Looked like it's going to storm all day. Very cloudy day throughout it here in Fremont.
Harmsen will miss outside, and it's a hitter's count for Mitchell. The Moo are looking for another leadoff runner. Harmsen comes home, and Mitchell will swing and miss at a fastball. Payoff pitch coming up from Harmsen.
Mitchell looking to do some damage here. As you said, his family's in town, over 2 on the day. We'll see if they can give him a hit here.
The payoff from Harmsen misses just inside, and Mitchell will take his free bag over to first base.
Yeah, second time he's touched the base path today with the fielder's choice in his first at-bat. And good work there by Mitchell to collect his 13th walk of the season.
Now it brings up Tucker Horner. Nobody away in the bottom of the 6th. After the Moo plated 4 in the first 3. They haven't been able to get back to home plate. Horner's 0 for 2, a ground out and reached on an air. This one is popped up to the middle half of the infield. McLeod calling off everybody. He's underneath it for out number 1. So Horner, the first pitch he sees, he'll head back to the dugout. Doesn't seem like there's any pain in his finger that we can tell from up here. He's been swinging the bat pretty smoothly.
No, he looks pretty good out there. He's a very tough kid. You know, I don't think if he had a lot of pain, he would let anybody know it. He didn't even really act like he was in that much pain when he broke his fingers after too long. I've been asking him every day about it, and he's like, yeah, that feels fine. Not too bad. So I think that's just him being a little bit tough.
A lot of grit for that kid from Mandan, North Dakota. Like I said, just a week ago is when he broke his fingers. Less than a week ago, just 6 days ago on the 19th. Swing and a miss from Ripken Fleck. 1 ball, 1 strike in the count for him. He's 0 for 1 in the night. He struck out looking in his last plate appearance. But he had a good eye in his past 2 as he was walked. Like I said, he's currently looking for a new home. He's in the portal after his first year at Augustana University. Is now tied with Malatesta on the team in hits. Both of them have 23. That pitch was in the zone for strike number 2. Mitchell still on first after the leadoff walk. This one is put into play down the first base line. Marshall will scoop it up and run over to first, and Fleck will be forced out on the first bag.
Yeah, Fleck was just a little bit behind in that at-bat. Got behind in that 0-2 pitch that he thought was outside, caught that top corner, swung on the next one and grounded it just a little bit softly. Couldn't put enough muscle behind that one.
It does move over the base runner. Mitchell now on second. 2 away, and Malatesta back up at the plate. He's put the ball into play every time he's been at the plate. He's also reached the base path every time he's come up to bat. An infield single and 2 fielders' choices. Trying to get a ball out of the infield to try and bring home Mitchell. His 1-0 turns into 2-0 as that ball gets into the dirt.
And Malatesta is a very patient batter. You see he takes the first 2 pitches there, and I think he takes the first pitch in just about every at-bat. Only one I can remember he didn't is that home run he hit against Grand Island in Game 3.
He's got a 2-1 now. That ball just caught the upper half of the zone. And that patient approach has paid off. Batting .379, getting on base over 50% of the time. He's cooled off just a little bit over the past few games, but he's still a very important part of this lineup. This one is popped straight up. Sherm not going to have a play on it as it's put out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Mitchell on second base in the bottom of the 6th. A Fremont squad that is looking for some runs. Still only just 2 hits on the day. A lot of those runs came, one of them came on a pass ball. Already gave up a lot of runs in that first inning, or a lot of walks in that first inning. This one is put sharply right past Sam Dinkelman, and that is going to be an RBI single that was smoked right at the third baseman. And Fremont does get another much-needed run.
Yeah, as you said, he cooled off a little bit, did Giovanni Malatesta, but he's still one of the best batters for this squad, hitting .379. He had a few games where he's gone 0 for 4 and 0 for 5 recently, but his fielding has always been there, and you know that the bat will come. There it comes right there. 2 singles on the day, and that one brings in an RBI.
The lead is now 3 for the home side. Easton Leahy now at the plate. 0 for 2 with a walk. This one is put deep into left field. Does it have enough juice on it? No, but it is caught in left field by Etherton. He was at the fence and he made the play.
There is currently a ice cream
I
sale
thought that
going
one
on at the
went
Blue
over
Cheese
for a
and Treat
second, or it
Stand.
might have
Make your
gotten
way on
down, but
over
instead
for
it's out
ice
number
cold
3 as Leahy flies out to left field, but not before Malatesta can bring home Mitchell.
Yeah, that ball was hit very hard. Just Leahy was a little bit too far under it. Good spot out in left field, pulling it and over the Mueller monster. Could have just been, but not enough. Too far under it. Etherton makes an athletic play out on the warning track and collects out number 3.
We'll go to the top of the 7th. New pitcher on the mound for the Moo when we come back. First, we'll take this chance to thank Keel's Barbershop. If you're in need of a haircut, step up your style with Keel's Barbershop in downtown Fremont. Delivering classic cuts, beard trims, and old school barbershop service since 1974. Lastly, we'd like to thank Nebraska Lottery. Feeling lucky tonight? Nebraska Lottery gives Nebraskans the chance to win big while supporting programs across the state. Top of the 7th inning, Fremont are ahead 5-2, and we'll tip our caps to Wyatt Throckmorton. Pitched a total of 6 innings, 6 strikeouts, 4 hits, 2 walks, and has kept this Grand Island team off the base path for the majority part of that game.
Yeah, the Wyatt to Wyatt passing of the torch. Second time that's happened. In the last 2 times these pitchers have both appeared. Other time that happened against Salina. Only 3 runs given up in that game, and it would end up being a 10-inning Salina 3-2 walk-off. Hit on his sacrifice fly to the base runner who started on second base. So good work from both of these pitchers throughout this season. We'll see if they can continue that run and keep these Grand Island batters only down to below 3 runs.
Wyatt Henry on the year, 21 total innings pitched, 7.71 ERA, 9 Ks and 12 walks. He's got a 1.48 whip, and the first pitch to Aiden Marshall is left upstairs. Henry dealt with a few arm soreness early in the year, but he looks to be okay now. This one is belted into left field. At the fence is Braden Mitchell, and he was not able to hang on to a leaping grab. And that's going to be another leadoff double, this time to the Fightin' Cranes 8-hole man, Aiden Marshall.
Yeah, that ball was hit very hard. Again, on that over to the left field on the warning track, and Mitchell just dove up for it, and it pops right out of his glove. Not an easy catch by any means. Aiden Marshall scoots in with a leadoff double, his second hit of the day after going 0 for 3 last game against Salina.
That'll bring up Dylan Etherton. Last inning, Grand Island had a man on second with nobody out, and they weren't able to bring him home. They'll try to do so differently. They now trail by 3. After that RBI single from Malatesta brought home Mitchell. Etherton is 0 for 0 with 2 walks.
My mic or your mic?
It'll be a 1-1 count.
I just turned it up a little bit.
This one is put high into center field. Malatesta will call everybody off. The runner thought about heading to third, and that's a nice throw from Malatesta that took one bounce into the glove of O'Gorman. He's got a nice arm out there in center field to keep these base runners on their bases.
Yeah, Malatesta only stands in at 5'8" and 175 pounds, but he has a cannon on him. Hits the gym very consistently, and it shows there with that arm strength.
One away now. Staheli at the plate. He's 0 for 3, 2 groundouts, and a pop-up has been his night. 1-0 count for Grand Island's leadoff batter. Henry comes home again. That one misses, and it's a hitter's count for Staheli. It's been routine plays for the Fremont infield and outfield when he makes contact. First time he's seen Henry tonight, in a fastball is punched on the inside half for strike one.
A good placement there by Wyatt Henry on the inside of the zone for the lefty in a spot where he can't really do that much damage with it.
Marshall still on second after his leadoff double. This one again put into center field. And Ripken Fleck is going to be there as he takes a seat on the grass. A nice catch for Ripken Fleck as the outfield was not going to be able to get to that one.
Yeah, just scooted back right in between Fleck, Mitchell, and Malatesta out in shallow left center. Fleck scoots behind it, loses his balance, but still makes the catch and puts away Staheli for out number 2.
A fly out and a pop-up have been the last two batters. Anderson Sherm now up in the batter's box. 2 ground outs and a fly out has been his night. Henry delivers again. That one misses high. Grand Island trying to get back into this ball game. Only down 3, but Fremont has controlled a lot of aspects of this game. The only damage they've done have come off of home run solo blasts. They've threatened the past 2 innings, as this pitch will be fouled straight back from Sherm. They just haven't been able to get runners home when they get into scoring position. Henry in his first inning of work will try to go 1-2-3 after giving off a base knock into deep left field. That pitch will miss outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes for the 2-hole batter for the Fightin' Cranes. On deck is Barrientos. He's been a dangerous batter, home run and a double in his past 2 appearances. Here comes the 2-2. This one is put into shallow right field. Schroeder and Marceau are there. Schroeder will call off his second baseman and will make the grab. And Henry does a good job after giving off a leadoff hit to retire the next 3.
Yeah, first batter of the day. He gives up a double, and so you might think he might be a little bit flustered, lose a little bit of confidence, but no. He reins it back in and gets 3 consecutive outs, avoids the 2 best batters in this Grand Island lineup on the night, Broxton Barrientos and Sawyer Slade, who hit back-to-back solo shots in the top of the 4th. And good work there by Wyatt Henry to escape after giving up a leadoff double.
As we go to the 7th inning stretch, we'll take this time to thank our sponsors. First, we'd like to thank Methodist Fremont Health. From routine checkups to unexpected emergencies, Methodist Fremont Health is proud to serve the people of Fremont and Dodge County. With experienced providers and compassionate care, they're helping keep our community healthy every day. Next, we'd like to thank Subway. Subway is batting 1,000 when it comes to fresh flavor. Build your perfect sandwich, pile on your favorite toppings, and enjoy a meal made right in front of you. Visit Subway at 549 East 23rd Street. Subway, eat fresh. Lastly, we'd like to thank Raising Cane's. Whether you're celebrating a Moo victory or just working up an appetite at the ballpark, Raising Cane's is ready to serve. Stop by their Fremont location on East 23rd Street for fresh chicken fingers and a meal the whole family can enjoy.
Representing National MS Society, first baseman number 29, Bart Yassa.
It'll be Burke Yassa at the plate. He's 0 for 2 tonight. Fly out, ground out, and a walk. He'll foul off the first pitch. 0-1 in the count. And even though Fremont has just got 3 hits in the hit column, they do have 5 runs. This Grand Island pitching staff has been solid, but the first inning was a little bit of trouble for Jared Hardy. That's been the difference so far. Throckmorton and Wyatt Henry have done a good job, as Henry will now look to go the last 2 innings. His offense will try to bring some more runs home and give a bit of a cushion. 1 ball, 2 strikes for Yassa. currently attending Southeast Community College. Had a nice night yesterday, 2 of 4 with an RBI single and a double. And after 2 strikes, it's now 2 balls from Harmsen.
Back-to-back pitches put on the outside edge by Harmsen. Disciplined eye from Yasa, not chasing anything, down 0-2.
Here comes the 2-2. Yasa will swing on this one. It's a ground ball to the right side of the infield. It'll be collected by Aiden Marshall as Harmsen will dash over to first base and get the force out.
Yeah, good work. Yasa stays in, but Harmsen delivers good pitches. Gets one that Yasa can't do much damage on. Gotta love when Yasa can't get under a ball. That's where he does his damage. Loves those elevated fastballs, as we learned when we talked to him earlier this season. Good work there by Ty Harmsen to collect that out.
A new at-bat for Tyler Schroeder as he takes strike 1 on the outside half. Schroeder 0 for 3 on the night. Fly out, struck out swinging, and a pop-up. This one is popped up again into left center field. And miscommunication in the outfield between Barrientos and Etherton. Looked like Barrientos was the one that came away with the ball, but they collided, and luckily they made the catch.
Yeah, as you said, miscommunication there, but still coming up to the play. Looked like Kike Hernandez and Andy Pajes in Game 7 of the World Series just bumped into each other, but still collected the out either way.
Marceau will now come to the plate with 2 away in the bottom of the 7th, and he'll ground a ball into foul territory down the third base line. 0 for 2 with the walk. Fly out and a pop out have been his last 2 at-bats. This is his 4th game of the year, batting .300, .533 on base percentage. 3 hits, 3 RBIs as he leaves that one outside. The Moo were able to play to run last inning. This one is smoked into left center field. It gets down in the gap, and this is going to be a 2-out double, a stand-up double for Matthew Marceau, and another nice piece of hitting for Fremont.
Yeah, that ball was well hit, lined out into left center field, right outside the outstretched mitt of Dylan Etherton, and onto the warning track where Marceau slides in. Thought there was a chance he could have got 3 on it, but didn't hit that one quite far enough. But with Matthew Marceau's wheels, you can't ever count that out.
Quick in the field and quick on the base path. That'll bring up Eamon O'Gorman as the Moo collect their 4th hit. O'Gorman will put one to the right side of the infield, and Marshall is there to put it in his glove. And even though the Moo threatened after that double, O'Gorman is going to ground out to end this inning. We'll go to the final 2 frames of this game, and it's a close one with the Moo ahead 5-2. We'll take this time to thank our sponsors as we head to the top of the 8th inning. First, we'd like to thank Fremont Family YMCA. Just like the Moo are staying active on the field tonight, you can stay active all summer long at the Fremont Family YMCA. Stop by North Lincoln Avenue for fitness, swimming, youth programs, and more for the whole family. We'd also like to thank Visit Fremont and Dodge County. There's always something happening in Fremont and Dodge County. Whether you're searching for great food, community events, or outdoor recreation, you'll find plenty to explore right here in the heart of Nebraska. Lastly, we'd like to thank Buffalo Wild Wings. Fans, if you're not ready for the night to end after the final out, Buffalo Wild Wings has you covered. Grab a seat, order your favorite wings, and keep the sports action going at their Fremont location on East 23rd Street. Top of the 8th inning, Wyatt Henry on the bump for his 2nd inning of work, trying to shut out this Grand Island team. Last time they put runs to the plate was in the 4th inning, with back-to-back home runs, one of them being from this man at the plate, Broxton Barrientos. Home run and a double, he's 2 for 3. And this pitch is belted into left field. Mitchell going back on it. It hits the top of the wall, and Mitchell will throw it in, and that's another double for Broxton Barrientos. only needed to see one pitch.
Yeah, Broxton Barrientos is having himself a night. I thought maybe after the miscommunication and misjudgment of that ball, Barrientos could have slid in for a triple, but left fielder Braden Mitchell gets on it quickly as can be and gets it in before Barrientos will test his way to third.
Back-to-back doubles for Broxton Barrientos. That pitch will miss high. That's the third time that the Grand Island has gotten a leadoff double, and they haven't been able to score a run after each of those times. We'll see if it's any different here. 1-1 count now for Sawyer Slade. He represents the other base runner that came home, a solo shot in that fourth inning. He's 1 for 3. Flew out in his last plate appearance as that ball misses inside from Henry. 2-1 count for the cleanup man for the Fightin' Cranes.
Yeah, he'll look to put one over that left field wall again, this time bring in 2 runners.
Henry delivers too far inside. Hitters count for Slade. On deck is Sam Dinkelman. The middle of the order for Grand Island coming up. Henry delivers the 3-1, and it's popped off the top side of Slade's bat. Payoff pitch, and an important one for Henry.
As a breaking ball that Anderson Sherm, or Sawyer Slade, I should say, couldn't hit quite properly and fouls it off.
Here is the payoff. This one is skied high into the cloudy night here in Fremont, Nebraska. And it's an easy catch for Ripken Fleck right at the 6th spot at shortstop.
Yeah, great out there by Wyatt Henry. Way to work his way back. Down 3-1, got his way back into a full count, and then gets Slade to pop out there for the first out of this 7th inning.
Here is Dinkelman in the middle of the order. 0 for 3, 2 groundouts and a strikeout. Henry delivers a first pitch strike in the middle of the zone.
Good fastball to get ahead there.
You look to put down a bunt, and that one is fouled. Second time that Grand Island has tried to sneak one past the Moo, but now with 2 strikes, he'll probably just try to swing. Top of the 8th inning. The Moo looking to close this one out. They've had the lead the entire game. That pitch does not catch the outside edge. Nice location. T. Smith does not call it for strike 3. Dinkelman will stay alive.
Yeah, you can give up that pitch just a little bit outside, but wanted to test Dinkelman up 0-2.
Same pitch, same result. Count is even at 2-2. And the runner heading over to third. And Barrientos kept his eyes on Wyatt Henry, saw that he wasn't looking back to second, and the call from his infield was too late. And that's the first stolen bag of the night. Henry didn't even step off and bother to throw. That pitch does not catch the outside corner. Another good location from Henry. Another full count, and now the runner just 90 feet away.
That's only Barrientos' second stolen base of the season, but he read that well. Henry didn't even bother looking at him. Makes his way only 90 feet away.
The payoff pitch misses outside again. 4 pitches in the same location. None of them were in the zone, and now runners are at the corners. But the good news for the Moo is if this is a ground ball, they can potentially turn 2.
Yeah, and Lake Countyman has a tendency to strike out, leads the entire league with 25 strikeouts. So a strikeout would also be very nice here, especially with a runner only 90 feet away.
That pitch misses high. Dinkelman had about a 4-step lead over on first. Leahy will call time. Will come out and talk to his relief pitcher. A tough spot here for the Moo. The tying runner is at the plate in Lake Cowman. Playing right field tonight. Does have a high strikeout rate, the highest in the DBL. On deck is the bottom half of this order, Wyatt McLeod in the 7-hole. You've got Dinkelman on first and Barrientos on third. Another pitch that misses high. 2 balls, no strikes. Coleman has a hitter's count and 2 base runners on the base path. This pitch is popped up. It's going to stay in fair territory. And there to make the play is Easton Leahy. And again, Wyatt Henry induces an easy pop-up for his defense.
Yeah, Wyatt Henry, last inning, in his first inning of work, led off with a double. Did the same thing here, but got his way out of it. We'll see if Henry can keep that trend alive.
Infield can relax a little more now that they just need 1 out. Force out at first and second. McLeod up to the plate. He's 0 for 3. 2 flyouts and a strikeout. First pitch from Henry is in the zone on the outside corner. A base knock would bring this game closer, and Henry, that ball gets away from him, and it hits McLeod in the helmet.
It's only Wyatt McLeod's second hit by pitch of the season. Walked on balls 6 other times than that, but one catches him on the helmet. Thankfully, he's up and protected there. McLeod only stands in at about 5'7", so good spot. Affordable there to hit him, especially thankfully in the helmet. Just unfortunately, he loads the bases here.
Bases are loaded, and after that hit by pitch, these 2 teams have combined for more than 100 hit pitches on the season. Fremont has been hit nearly 50 times. Grand Island over 50.
Wow.
Kind of just a weird little nugget.
Yeah, that's a good stat, yeah.
These teams have also only played 20 games, so they get hit at a pretty good clip.
Definitely so. You've seen that a lot. All these batters, especially for Fremont, I can only say I've only watched 3 Grand Island games, but Easton Leahy wears off multiple balls, and Malatesta wears off multiple balls, and O'Gorman, just all of them.
Here's a ground ball to the left side. It's to O'Gorman, and Wyatt Henry will get out of the bases loaded jam. Aiden Marshall will ground out, and a great save there from Henry. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. He protects this 3-run lead.
Yeah, Wyatt Henry put himself in a little bit more danger than he did. Aiden Marshall, who was the first batter he faced of the day, doubled in his last appearance and first one against him, and also singled in his last appearance against Wyatt. Throckmorton grounds out there, and Henry escapes.
We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. First, we'll take this time to thank our sponsors. First, we'll thank S2 Roll-Offs and Refuse. Just as a good defense keeps the field clean, S2 Roll-Offs and Refuse helps keep our community fresh. From recycling and trash collection to roll-off dumpsters, they're proud to serve Fremont and the surrounding area. Next, we'll thank Tommy's Express Car Wash. Fans, if your vehicle has picked up a few more hits than you'd like lately, stop by Tommy's Express Car Wash. Their quick, high-quality washes and free vacuums will have your ride looking like it just came off the showroom floor. Lastly, we'll thank Keel's Barbershop. Just like a ball player likes to look sharp on game day, you can keep your look in top form with a visit to Keel's Barbershop. Serving Fremont since 1974, they're bringing classic barbering and friendly service to every customer who walks through the door. Ty Harmsen will still be on the mound for his 4th inning of work. It'll be Braden Mitchell up at the plate to lead off in an inning again in the 8th spot. 0 for 2 got on an error all the way back in the 1st inning, grounded out in his next appearance, and walked in his last plate appearance. First pitch is left high. 1-0 for Fremont's 8-hole man. Braden hails from Erie, North Dakota, currently attending Southwestern Community College. Batting .170 on the year, has a .375 on-base percentage. Trying to get to double-digit hits on the year. So far, he has 8. Swings and misses at that 2-0 pitch.
Good pitch there. That catches the bottom edge of the zone. Mitchell wasn't quite ready for it in that location.
Harmsen will come home and miss upstairs again. 3-1 now for Mitchell. Looking for back-to-back walks, trying to be a leadoff base runner. That pitch is in the zone for strike 3. Mitchell threw his bat, looks back to T. Smith, and he has to go back into the batter's box. It's now a full count.
Yeah, I thought that one was outside. I even went down and wrote BB for base on balls on my sheet. Instead, T. Smith rules it a strike, and we're in for a full count here.
Mitchell had the same thought process. Here comes the payoff. Mitchell will foul this one out of play, straight back. Seventh pitch of the at-bat coming up. Mitchell earlier in the year was a part of the top of the lineup. He's cooled off just a little bit, and he strikes out looking there. And Harmsen will collect another strikeout for his 3 innings of work.
Yeah, first strikeout of the day for Ty Harmsen, and a little bit of fortune from the umpire there, T. Smith. A ball that was on the inside edge of the zone. Mitchell watches it in and is ruled out for a strikeout, his first of the day and 16th of the season.
That'll bring up Tucker Horner. Horner will leave a pitch low. Horner is 0 for 3 on the day. Ground out, reached on an air, and then popped up. Last chance for Fremont to try and put a few on the board before we go to the top of the 9th. He'll swing and miss at that pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 away. Horner currently attending Mayville State University. Just his 25th at-bat of the year. This one is put into left field. And that is going to be taken by Wyatt McLeod. He made quite a trek over from shortstop into left field, and he was the one to make the catch between Dinkelman and Etherton.
Yeah, quite a trek indeed. Called off both the third baseman, Sam Dinkelman, and the left fielder, Etherton. And definitely the furthest distance of them, but reaches out and collects the out either way. Tucker Horner's now 0 for 4 on the day.
It'll bring up Ripken Fleck. First 2 at-bats were walks, struck out looking and then grounded out in his last 2. Another pitch that misses low to start off an at-bat. 1-0 for the number 1 and 1-hole batter. Fleck batting .307 on the year, .388 on base percentage coming into this game. Next pitch is ripped foul out of play. Last time he appeared in a game was back on the 21st against Hastings. He was 1 for 3 with an RBI single. He's got a 1-1 count after he was just a bit early on that pitch. Righty on lefty matchup. Swings at this one, and it's hit just right back.
Yeah, that last pitch, the first foul of the at-bat, was absolutely smoked, just a little ahead on it and puts it foul, but I wonder what the exit velo off that bat was because it was zooming.
1-2 for Fleck. Trying to extend this inning. This one is put into play down the third base line. Dinkelman backs up, makes the throw, and it's in time as Fleck was just a foot off. He'll ground out as Harmsen goes 1-2-3. We'll head to the top of the 9th, Grand Island's last chance to try and even or take the lead.
Yeah, Ty Harmsen's been very excellent so far today. 4 innings of work. Not what I expected heading into this one. 12.15 ERA coming into the day and only allowed 1 since then.
We'll go to potentially the last inning of this game. We'll take this time to thank our sponsors. First, we'd like to thank Keel's Barbershop. Just like a ball player likes to look sharp on game day, you can keep your look in top form with a visit to Keel's Barbershop. Serving Fremont since 1974, they're bringing classic barbering and friendly service to every customer who walks through the door. Lastly, we'd like to thank the Nebraska Lottery. The Nebraska Lottery offers Nebraskans the chance to win exciting prizes while helping support important programs and initiatives across the state. Whether you're picking up a scratch ticket or trying your luck with your favorite draw game, every ticket purchased helps make a difference right here in Nebraska. Must be 19 years of age or older to play. Top of the ninth inning here at Moeller Field in Fremont, Nebraska. It's a 5-2 lead for the Moo. Grand Island has amassed 6 hits to Fremont's 4. But the bottom half of the first inning is where Fremont did most of their damage. 3 runs came home. That's been the difference this game, and a few errors from the Fightin Cranes put them in an early hole.
Now pitching for the Fremont Moo, number 17, Matthew Marceau.
And after 2 relief innings from Wyatt Henry, it'll be Matthew Marceau now on the rubber. He came in the first half, in the first of a doubleheader against Hastings, and was part of that shutout and hitless game in 5 innings for Fremont.
Yeah, it was Matthew Marceau and Wyatt Henry, actually, so this time they're coming in inverse order. Marceau showed some good stuff, notably with his breaking ball. A lot of drop on that. We'll see what he shows tonight, though. If he can close this last inning for a Fremont W.
He'll face off against the 9-hole batter, Dylan Etherton. 0 for 1 with a flyout. He's had 2 walks. Have been his past 2. First pitch he sees is in there for strike 1. And that mentioned breaking ball is the first pitch he throws. The next one is fouled off. No balls, 2 strikes. Marceau looking for his first strikeout of this game. Here comes the 0-2 in the top of the 9th. That one just misses, but it got Etherton thinking. 1-2 now, and in the on-deck circle looks to be a pinch hitter. That's number 24, Bo Blackwell. He'll be batting in place of Tyson Staheli. Marceau will miss away. 2 balls, 2 strikes now.
And Marceau just got to pound the zone for the rest of this one. Can afford to give up some hits with a 3-run cushion. Just got to collect outs.
Here is his 2-2. This one is put high in fair play. It's going to be an easy play for Burke Yassa. And Marceau will force Grand Island's 9-hole into an easy pop-up.
Yeah, as I said, pound the zone, and that pays out fruitfully there. An easy out for Marceau. Hopefully he does that throughout the rest of this one.
Bo Blackwell will now be at the plate, replacing Tyson Staheli, who went 0 for 4, 2 groundouts, 2 pop-ups on the year. Bo Blackwell has had 53 at-bats, 283 average, 467 on-base percentage, 15 hits and 12 RBIs. And he'll try to come in and give a little surge and a boost to a Grand Island side that is only putting 2 runs to the plate.
Yeah, he also has 4 extra base hits with 3 doubles and a triple. Would love to see an extra base hit here for Grand Island.
First time at the plate and first time seeing Marceau this year. It's another first pitch strike. Here's the 0-1 from Marceau, and this one is lined foul down the third base line. No balls, 2 strikes again is the start of a count. Grand Island looking for their 7th base hit. Here comes the 0-2, and it's just off the tip of his bat. Didn't go all the way around, but it did make contact with the wood. The count will remain 0-2.
Yeah, good work here by Matthew Marceau. That first pitch was an excellent strike on the inside corner and has attacked the zone since.
There is strike number 3. Matthew Marceau will get Bo Blackwell to go down looking on a nice pitch location on the outside corner.
That's Matthew Marceau's 3rd strikeout of the season, pitched in 2 innings, as you said, in that second game of the Hastings series that was rained out in between. Collected 2 Ks and allowed 0 hits and 0 walks in that stretch. 3 walks, but 0 runs.
It'll be up to Anderson Sherm to extend this ball game. Fightin Cranes down to their last out. They trail by 3 in the top of the 9th. The first pitch from Marceau will miss low. 1-0 for Sherm, who's also 0 for 4. 2 groundouts, 2 flyouts. No traffic on the base path. This one could be the last pitch of the game. Instead, it gets past a stretched out glove of Eamon O'Gorman. And after seeing just 2 pitches, Sherm will finally get the single he needed. He's on first base with Barrientos, a dangerous, dangerous man in the box.
Yeah, sharply hit line drive in between short and third. Gets on first, and Barrientos, who's 3 for 4 on the day with 3 extra base hits, is now at the plate.
2 doubles and a home run. Swings at the first pitch and will foul it straight back. Was 1 for 4 yesterday night against the Sliders with a walk. He's had a much more explosive outing here. He has his teammate Sherm on first. Tying runner will be Sawyer Slade in the on-deck circle if he can get up to the box. The next pitch from Marceau misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here comes the 1-1. It'll miss out of the zone again, low and away. 2 balls, 1 strike for Barrientos. He's been confident in the right-handed batter's box. Marceau will deliver, and he'll miss low again. 3 balls, 1 strike, and a hitter's count for the Fightin' Cranes 3-hole batter.
Yeah, he tried to get Barrientos to chase a breaking ball low there and didn't pay off.
Sherm still on first. Here's the 3-1. Barrientos puts this one deep into left field again. Mitchell will watch it go out of the park again. And Barrientos has been near unstoppable. Home run, 2 doubles, and this time a 2-run home run. And now it's just a 1-run ball game in the top of the 9th.
I mean, wow, what a day from Broxton Barrientos. 4 for 5, 2 home runs and 2 doubles. I mean, that's unheard of. He had not hit a single home run heading into this game and has 2 in this one alone. Clutch position. Now bringing up Sawyer Slade, the other person who hit a home run in this one.
Slade is 1 for 4 on the night. He represents the tying base runner. He'll line a 1-0 pitch down the third base line. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 away. Fremont trying to desperately cling to this lead that they've held the entire night. You got a dangerous batter at the plate. 30 hits on the year, leads all of the DBL. The next pitch is lined to O'Gorman over at third. He collects it into his glove, makes the throw, and he's out. And after a little bit of danger and trouble after Broxton Barrientos sends one over the Molar Monster for the 2nd time, Marceau will compose himself and force Sawyer Slade into a game-ending ground ball. And Fremont will take this game against the Fightin' Cranes in a replicate score of Tuesday night's game, 5-4.
Yeah, and also the game before that, Hastings won 5-4. So lots of 5-4s we've seen, 3 in a row for Fremont. But this time, and for the 2nd time in a row, they come out on top against the 2nd-best team in the league, Grand Island. And they made them fight for it, especially late, but they cling to that lead and hold on for a win.
And Baylor now, both of these teams, we don't like to harken back earlier in the year, but the first series against Grand Island, they were pretty decisive. It was run rule every games. The next series, I think the Moo really progressed. Even though they didn't win that series, they did outscore the Fightin' Cranes 28-24, and this was a great night. You had great pitching, you had some timely hitting, and while the later half of the ball game you didn't get many hits, you did enough to take this game. And you got to be really confident. You're 4-2 in your past 6 games, and now if you're Grand Island, though, you're 2-6 in your past 8. Seems like they're really scrambling to try and get back on track.
Yeah, definitely so, and Fremont has improved so much over this season. Honestly, in the 2nd series against Grand Island, they were the better team in the 1st game, lost that 1-1 with more hits. 2nd game, yeah, Jared Hardy threw 8 scoreless, so Grand Island deserved that one, and Fremont then dominated the 3rd game. Since then, have been on a roll. And that one continues in this one. We'll see how it continues throughout the rest of this season in this month of June for Fremont.
Tomorrow, Fremont will play an exhibition game against the U.S. War Dogs at 7:05. But a great night of baseball here came down to the last out. A little bit of a recap. Fremont plated 3 in the bottom of the first after Jared Hardy struggled with some command issues. They had a 4-0 lead heading into the 5th inning. That's finally when Grand Island started to make their move. It was 4-2 and then 5-2 after Fremont got a run back in the 6th. And after Barrientos did all he could, 4-hit night, 2 home runs, 2 doubles, it just wasn't enough as Sawyer Slade grounded out to Marceau in his 1 inning of relief pitching. The Moo will now move to 9-12 as Grand Island will fall to 12-7. Sedalia and the Fightin Cranes are the 2 teams that Fremont will be chasing after. It's been a great night here in Fremont, Nebraska. A 5-4 win for the Moo. We'll see you here tomorrow night against the U.S. War Dogs in an exhibition game. I've been Prescott Deckinger, joined alongside Baylor Dajan. Thanks for joining.